the name of Jesus.
Jotinaba.
Upon Liberia. Upon
Have mercy, King of glory.
mercy.
Have mercy, King of glory. Rabokae. Have mercy, King of glory.
Upon our lives. In the mighty name of Jesus. Let your mercy reign upon our lives. In the mighty name of Jesus. Let your mercy reign, O God.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen. Thank you for mercy.
Hallelujah. This gathering has a purpose.
Yes, Lord.
This gathering has a purpose.
Yes, Lord.
We want to pray that the purpose of today's gathering will be achieved.
Amen.
Every gathering without a purpose is nonsense.
Yeah.
Because you will not achieve anything. It's nonsense because you will not achieve anything. So we are going to pray that the purpose of this gathering, that the purpose of this gathering be achieved. Let us go to God in prayer.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we pray, Lord,
as you gather also for.
Father, we pray for the achievement
Pray, King of glory,
the name of
that the purpose of this gathering will be achieved.
We pray, Lord,
Anyone that want to bless God for this moment. Hallelujah. Want to recognize all of our senior bishop. Please be seated.
Thank you.
Honor Rousseau. Hallelujah. He is the national coordinator of Full Gospel. He has never in the name. Please put your hands together. A lot of bishops, overseers, recognizing. By the grace of God, we have our missionary and apostle present. So at this junction, we want to turn the stage over. I want us to just rise up as we welcome the Reverend Apostle Matthew Noah.
Amen. Amen. In Jesus' name. You can have a seat. I want to bless God for Pastor Prince and Pastor making that 4 days meeting together. My main missions, I came on 2 missions in Liberia. One is already done with my sister's wedding. And I also came to create an awareness for what God is about to do in Liberia. Yeah, I came in the name of our missions, in the name of my own pastor, Pastor Greg Field and Jennifer Free, to announce about the promise of life, Liberia. And this missions, by next June, we will be doing the full registration of the mission, but we need manpower. We need manpower. We are coming. Other people have been bringing missions into Liberia, but the way we are coming, we want pastors to understand we are non-denominational church, fully apostolic. I believe in the baptisms of the Holy Spirit, the evidence of speaking in tongues. And this mission is coming where we want to build a training center to recruit our pastors to understand the promise of life vision. We're not just going to send the pastor to say, oh, take care of the gospel, or knowing the vision of promise of life. I call it the vision book. And we are believing in God to recruit in Liberia. And the vision is not just for Liberia or over Africa. We are believing God to start the first 10 solid churches in the land of birth. So he asked me we need to take the map of Liberia to Canada and see all the strategic cities. This week I will be going to Ganta for assessment. We are believing God about 10 acres of land for the mission Liberia. We are believing God to have one of the best equipment for mission, because our strategies will be all recruiting, soul winning. Is the heartbeat of Him. That we evangelize. We don't just want to say, oh, church for this. We want healthy churches. And as we go with instruments, like what we do cross country, we don't want to rent equipment in Ghana, but we have our own equipment to take into Ghana on a 44th Continuum. Our trucks, we go there, we just do the crusade, plant the pastor. If a Ghanaians go, we bring, plant the church, and then he can be there to oversee the work. But we're looking for a lot of good overseer and trained minister. So as the Spirit lead, next February, my wife will be coming to the country with some other people to just see and bring in some mission supply that the people from Canada already shipped into the U.S. Only waiting to be shipped to Liberia. I leave the sow the seed for the people. Yeah, so we are looking forward to see people that God will really, you understand, say, look, I want a phone card, I want to do this, I want to do this, because this vision will have a lot of openness. We'll have a lot of openness because we have a lot of people from the USA will be coming, people from Canada will be coming, and people from Liberia too will be going to Canada to see conventions, to see different things. Yeah, so that's my main purpose of coming to Liberia, to just create an awareness here and believing God for people that in June, when my father come, and you guys will be able to see Pastor Greg. His wife will not be coming, but he will be coming for us to do all the basic registration and the location, the eyesight, where we want the ministry to be, where we want to do. It's not just, it's about the people. Yeah, it's about the people. So this is the message to you from him. So he said to me, he said, when you see those pastors or church workers, just greet and say, Pastor Greg, say hi. Is there any question?
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Your homeland. Okay, thank you for your deliberation. I kept very certain my sitting and listening to you. So you are being sent on an error to, or you also talking about planting solid churches, 10 solid churches.
That's it.
Yeah. So what are those areas you are earmarked to have the churches being planted? You only pour one Gantor and you'll be on your way to Gantor.
Yeah, you know, you can do nothing with all the capital or the outskirts of the capital. In places like Monrovia too, because our national headquarters will be built in the national office now, let's say, in Monrovia. But the church, like, is between the two places that the Lord may lead me. If the Lord say, do the work around the outskirts of Monrovia, if the Lord say, go to Uganda, but Uganda is going on my heart for all the day because we need a lot of land to do what we want to do in this nation. Yeah, so Uganda is the first. We want Monrovia, we want Habe, we want Kakata, we want Banga, the top city. We look at the population. Yes. So on the drawing board, it's not just about personality, but people that God will bring around. Can give some idea, we need to do this, we need to do that. But for now, Uganda, the capital, yeah, because we want to run an office in Monrovia to be the national office.
Anyway, you are not here for the introduction. I'm Pastor Asia.
Yeah.
Today I hope we want to bless God for the deliberation. Lord, I want to strike a balance. And things I've jotted. Said initially, this mission is not denomination.
Yeah.
Then we are talking about establishing churches. Once a church is established, they no longer become non-denominational. Become a denomination because they have a vision and policy. Now these pastors that you say you want to work with, the first thing that stapling on my mind, if you strike in 10 churches, automatically it becomes a denomination, it becomes a place of worship. And 2, these pastors that you want to work with, I think the purpose of gathering them, I wonder you took into consideration that there are some of them are overseers. And 2, you want to work along with them. That means they will have to neglect some of the activity or forgo their church to come on board. That That's the first thing, carrying them, Banga, carrying them all the time. Because my understanding of a non-denominational issue, it has to do with fellowship that is not ministry related. That means you're not bound to any church. It's an interdenominational, you come together during the week, we pray, we train, we pray, we sing to go establish your own work. But if you are coming now to establish churches, automatically these pastors that are here will have to join the churches. You are raising men that have to join the churches. So I want you to just strike a balance.
All right.
Yeah.
When we say we are non-denominational, it's not the fact that you establish a church make you a denomination. We have denominations that traditional grassroots churches that people believe in religions. But when we say we don't, we are a church. But we have the Methodist is free. The Baptist for anybody that can come and be free. The way we do things, our policy is different from the way the other traditional churches operate. So in America, you either be a denominational church or non-denomination. You understand? Some people have a set protocol, the way they construct the bylaws. You understand? When you talk about the fellowship is different. When people come together and they have that fellowship. You can come for covering. If you want to cover them, we give you covering. If you want to be on full flesh, you can come and be on full flesh. We are not saying I was a full-fledged church. I was a non-denominational church before I even let my father operate in a non-denominational vision. But there's something called the power of unity. We see a lot of proliferation of churches, but that doesn't mean that the church going somewhere. You are the church, the structure is different. But when we come together, we see the power in unity. The power in unity. It's like everybody cannot be a vision barrier. Some people, it's not all about that. It's about the unity in God. Because when you come together, when I come together, you understand? Now, let me throw this out. If you believe in the baptism of the Holy Spirit, the evidence of speaking in tongues, you understand all the prophetic thing that you believe in. What's stopping you and me from coming together? If your doctrinal statement, a man's doctrinal statement, everything is the same. Why causing up, Some people have the vision to go. So when we selling what we say, we're not from the Methodist, the Catholic, the Baptist, the this, and no. We are independent apostolic. That's what we want to run in Liberia. So if you want to cover me as a partner, maybe you see, if you say, oh look, we want to emerge, you understand? You can come, but we are not coming for church automatically to say emerge. That want to say from that thing. My early statement that we're going to build a training institute because we want people to understand the vision of promise of life. What promise of life believe? What promise of life stand for? So when you get all those things where the church stand for, what the church believe, then you can be able to sell the church. Yeah, but we're not on no denomination.
Yeah. You can sell something that you don't know. That's the first thing. And two, I thought you have brought a brochure or something in that. Because even apostolic, that we're speaking of Pentecostals.
No, we are not Pentecostal.
You know how coming?
Yeah.
I just gave you a scenario. There are some slight policy differences. There are some slight doctrinal differences. Everybody claim to be Pentecostal, but there are some slight differences in worship. So even if you're talking about apostolic, like, you know what I mean? We all claim to be apostolic. Like that the brochure is not here, you know what I mean? That we see your brochure, you know what I mean? That we run, because he that read the vision, we run with the vision. There is nothing we have read, there is nothing, you know what I mean?
And what he stated, because when we speak of denomination, we speak of the fact of division. Yeah, so what you believe in is different from what this man believe in, you become denominational.
Yeah.
So that's a fact. Now we Pentecostal, we are Pentecostal, we believe in speaking in tongues and other things. So it makes us different from the Baptists. So when they speak of denomination, they take us as a denomination. So that means we have already created a division.
Definitely.
Definitely. So,
Definitely.
And two, you said earlier that you talk about church, and plenty of church. So when you speak of a church plenty now then, and you talk about non-denominational, and you talk about plenty of a church, so that why I said be exact. But I understood you very well, like from the start, Matthew, I understood you like when you said you come to 3 men.
Yeah.
What we observe, what is happening now is that we observe people coming like a movement, like you hear about the holiness.
Yeah.
They are non-denominational, they're moving, they take themselves to be a movement. They are not really on church basis. Like for me, I'm part of a movement. Now you see, I call myself elder. are part of a movement. The movement that I belongs to now, we are not so concerned about churches. We are concerned about building the pastors, getting so involved. And our movement all about apostolic, the way you said, our movement is highly apostolic. And why make it to be apostolic? Because the church we now running, you know, we found too much nomenclature. Like what we have, I'm the bishop, I'm an apostle, and all those things. So we see that we are drifting from it. We see that what the denominational do, like what we call them, what they do, bishop and everything, and they start to divide the church. They have the clergy, they have the laity, they divide the people. So you are big, and you have your own setting, and the other people are down. So our movement don't believe that. But when we read Bible very well, you saw Paul rebuking Peter, and see that. So we see that there were no head. Peter said certain time in scripture, you got a friend when you saw, So that's why we really want you to come down there and really, strike the point of whether are you coming as a movement or you coming to build church? Like joining you is nothing. Like what you said, really, you want if somebody want covering, they can come on you. It's right. But like non-denominational, that seems to confuse us.
Let me say something.
With regard to training of the pastors, my name is Pastor Philip. Thank you. With regard to training of the pastors from the different churches, what become of them when you train them? What will become of them when you train them? And you say you are not coming to take over churches or maybe coming to build a denomination to the extent that others will leave their position and join you. So I want you to explain that to us, and maybe you'll come down to the elder.
Okay, our goals and objectives, and we gave him an assignment like what you were talking concerning. We Promise of Life, what we believe in the appointment of pastor. We have only one shepherd in the church. We don't have pastors. We have another pastor. We have another pastor. We have another pastor. The pastors that we train the word become the co-pastor of the church. The next man that the person will see, maybe men or women, you understand, they become an associate. Other people with all assignment become a reverend. Reverend in the church. So the sheep must look at one shepherd. We don't have, the co-pastor is the pastor's wife. The next man that the pastor makes appointment will be an associate. When you see the level of that work, it takes time, so you become the associate of the pastor, the rest of the people. You could be a pastor, but the father, you don't have an assignment, we don't call you a pastor, we call you a reverend. Reverend for the help ministry, reverend for this, reverend for that, reverend for that. Because there is only one shepherd. Because if you have 4 pastors pastoring the church, you see them, what we call, you say the head pastor, you understand, then you have another pastor. So you confuse the minds of the sheep. Because the members now will call pastor this, so there are so many, and there's only one shepherd. So in Promise of Life, we have one shepherd, the pastor where is the co-pastor, the rest of the pastors that we work with, we say pastors here, but they become a reverend. So we have one associate that person will appoint. Yeah.
Well, actually, what Pastor Mark, excuse me, sir, you asked question, we're trying to say something.
Yeah.
What Pastor Matthew actually brought is that some of us will not fit into it. Some of us will fit. Yeah. Maybe like, for example, I'm a general overseer. I'm struggling with my ministry to bring it to a certain level. I have the title, but I'm still struggling with the ministry to bring it to a certain level. And Pastor Matthew has come with a vision where you can be incorporated in the Promise of Life. You can run this, you can cooperate with Promise of Life, and take your ministry somewhere. Tomorrow, the entire Africa needs to be covered. You could be sent to Sudan, you could be sent to Ghana, you could be sent somewhere. Your little ministry that your ministry is struggling with could be helped in terms of finances and other things, infrastructure and etc. to help you fulfill. That's what we're saying with your vision, agree with the vision of Promise of Life, your beliefs. Agree with Promise of Life. Promise of Life will help you up. Now, all of us are here. Some of us may not need Promise of Life. And then some people, as time goes on, you may say that, well, I got this vision, and God gave me this vision, I want something. I want a partnership with Promise of Life. So there are two things he's talking about. The first one is you can be merging your vision. Another one, you can partnership with Promise of Life. And Promise of Life having international conferences. You can attend Promise of Life conferences. You are answerable to Promise of Life. You got a ministry, but you can come in, sometimes they won't know what you're doing, how you living, and stuff like that. And you become a partner with Promise of Life. But that's not the immediate one. The immediate one now is to see how best, instead of maybe going to grave grabs, raw materials, say we're trying to raise them with the urgency of the task. There are pastors here who, I mean, are already into ministry, but actually to, lift their head up above the water is difficult. Yeah. You can fit in where you can fit in. You find that it's not about argument about whether it's denominational or not denominational. The fact is that once we, it's divided, a great division issue. But the thing is that Promise of Life wants to help spread the gospel and help you to spread this gospel faster and easier. Like he said, he wants to go counter, see if they get a land, get other stuff, and get things going where ministers can be trained. So if we get an agreement with you that you want to be partner, you don't want to bring your ministry on. When you come in for the training, we get a mindset, we know why you come in. If you come in to say you want to be a part immersion, then we know how you come in. So I think now the issue here is about maybe trying to know what Promise of Life is all about, and then whether you can fit in, where you can fit in, you fit in. If you can't fit in, you stay Pastor Matthew friend.
You get the tip.
Yeah, Pastor Matthew friend. So I beg you, man, please allow me running you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, just, in Jesus' name, I want you to read, we have all the vision statement, the text, we're going to print it out, and we give it just not because of the time and the running we've been doing. But the vision, I just want you to talk about the vision, and then Pastor Bo will talk.
Alright, so like the pastor is leading said earlier, if you research it, you already know Promise of Life. Probably we should have brought the brochure as the brother said, as the pastor said, but just to read the vision of Promise of Life, I'll just read it and you guys can understand. So, Promise of Life vision, ministering the strength of the word in the power of the Spirit, disciplining this generation with our mentor and voice as we proclaim His promise of life. So in 5 ways, ministering the strength of the word, which is backed by Luke 4:32, says Jesus was preached with power. The word always comes first. So 2, in the power of the Spirit, Luke 4:14 says Jesus returned to Galilee in the power of the Spirit. If the word is not preached under the anointing, under the power of the Spirit, it will be dry and lacking power. We are a word and spirit church. That's Promise of Life. The third one is discipline. In Matthew 28:19, Jesus told us to make disciplines of all nations, to make our disciples, cover everything from getting them saved right through to growing them up to spiritual maturity. Then talking about this generation, Psalm 78, 4 and 6. This covers all cultures, languages, ages, gender, everything in our generation. So that's what he was talking about, invading Africa, going non-denominational, going all over. Because not just Liberia, so that's the vision of Promise of Life. With our mentor, 2 Kings chapter 2, 13 to 15. Recently I added words, mentor at the law instruction. We need to make much of the mentor that the differences, so that the different, those who come to really want to know more about Promise of Life will get to know more than the different, because we get both. It's one on the hand, spiritual part of Promise of Life. All right, so.
You can every one more than so they can ask a question.
To set vision. Set a vision is a difficulty. It's a difficulty because it's like you are converged people in one place with different ideology, and I think the brother that just left provided a bit of clarity concerning what you really want to go for. That Agwagwa ministry and Promise of Life come, and There's only one place that I differ with the guy. And, you know, I will get to the place where I differ with him. But the issue about, you know, the issue about people immersion, I believe that a promise of mine come and start a training center. Other pastors are going there. And once they understand your vision, and your vision is in line with their vision, and you understand, you become a covering. If they decide to submit to you, or they decide to immerse with you, you know. But the guy spoke of two things, you know, partnership and other things. I don't know whether that is included into your vision. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they got just read portion of it, portion of your vision. And, you know, and I agree.
Partnership is inclusive because if you partner with me, it's like somebody wants to say, look, I want to partner with the church. It comes in the various forms. You could partner with me, just you as a pastor, so people can say, oh, I want to partner with the church. And in partnership with the church, they come in two forms. So now you see, maybe you want us to partnership into covenant rights. You understand? With my ministry, you can partner with my church and pay 10% to my church. It's one of the way of partnership because partnership is up looking like when you ask somebody to say, like in Liberia, the way it works here, it don't work in America. You can just see me and call me a father. Before I accept to be a father, you have to go through mentorship. I have to impart you to do and do something for you. But if you just see me as a father, I have to pray about that sonship because sonship is not just one way. Sonship is twofold. If I'm a father to you, I will tie to me. And I'm responsible for my son to get where God wants you to be. So I'm not just going to see you and say, oh, my father, I agree. Because I know the implication of accepting somebody as a son. So in the same way too, we talk about ministry partnership. You don't just come to say partnership. We have a letter. If you want to partner with me, you go through those formats that, oh yeah, you partner to me. You are partner to me. So I'm going to tell you, you know what partnership is? These are the rules and regulations. Can you pay your 10%? Can you do this? Can you do that? When you accept it now, know that, oh, Pastor Old Church is what? We are in partnership. So if I'm the bigger ministry, I could say, look, okay, this guy pay partner, I can give you something from my office to say, look, okay, send this guy, he entered into a partnership with us in something after 6 months. You don't know what he want to do. You say, okay, take 5% of all our incomes and give it to me. Take this, give him a scholarship to go to school. Because of why? He is supporting my ministry, I'm supporting. You understand? The gentleman you're applying for ministry covering, you understand? You want someone to cover you. It's all in different lines. If your ministry individually or it's USA individually. So the way we partner, we will get it, is structure. You understand? Anything that you want, you think that fit you with Promise of Life Liberia, then there's a place. There's a room for everything.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things I observed in this gallery is, I think this, in my view, I think this is an acquaintance meeting. Sure. And the first thing I just calculated when I came, and the second thing to see us going to the end, you know, having the end in mind and decided because I'm an NGO personality. And to have the end in mind, it means you're already planning for 2019 while you're in 2018. So that's what we're doing now. But from what I see and what my brother just shared before he left, is I think we need to ask, because I know Pastor Matthew well, and I know where he's trying to market, but serving as a partnership manager for Unadapted Life Natural Services in Birmingham, Alabama, in Liberia, to clearly state what partnership is from the western side to Liberia over 8 years. If the white man or someone in America who has had that orientation wants you to be a partner, they don't expect everything from you. Sure. It's just a particular place in what you are doing that they see that they want to come in. For example, Pastor Prince Church need window glasses, but there's a big church. So the man came and said, as a partner, I just want to help you with your window glasses. That's all he wants to do. Every time the window glass fall or the glasses fall, as a partner, that's where I'm going. Another thing I'm seeing in the gallery is some people are fighting, some people are afraid, some people are shaking. I'm saying it because people are overseers. Some people are pastors, honor pastors. So don't be afraid. I serve with Church of God of Prophecy. All right? Church of God of Prophecy, our head office in Tennessee. But we are 8 churches in Liberia, and he knows that. I have my Bishop Ferdinand Weah. And I serve as the pastor here at the branch 4 years now. Raised the church there. But I tell you what, I'm sitting in a meeting, nothing is coming to my mind like I'm a friend. Because I understand what partnership is, and I understand the context in which he's presenting it. That they want to network with pastors, church leaders, all right, who are already somewhere, so as to make sure you play part in their vision. It's simple. Pastor Martin could bring a roster already and say, Alex, this is promise of life. I read a vision and I say, yeah, check it. I want to be part of promise of life. Another person could come and say, no, I don't want to be. It's just an acquaintance meeting. But I know there will be a meeting that will be held where people will get to understand, now, how can I make that decision? I think that's what's happening. So it's just here marketing, dream mapping, and other things. But say we're really jumping into it, let them bring everything, you know, it's good to just bring everything also at one time. So those of you who are overseers, those of you who are assistant pastors and other things, they have a vision, it's good. Just go to the website, Go on the website, understand it, read about it. The winners. I got 2 of my friends in GSA Road who are on a winner. They pay that 10% to winner. But our church is here, Oyepo, Papa cannot come in and say, give me this, give me that. No. But the Dominion now, they go in there, you know, and they go and tap in there, anointing, whatever they as a partner and they recognize. They also bring them one pastor, Jeffy, Emmanuel Jeffy in Lower Virginia. He has a church, he has a church, Great Commission Ministry. But guess what? He paid 10% to Victory Life Bible Church in Australia. So you see, so these are things that you need to understand. You have to sit down, think about it, and set your faith into the vision. I think our issue should be, in my opinion, I will still be corrected, if our vision falls in line with that of Promise of Life vision. And if it does, how we can communicate, you know, that to our overseers or to, our family, and see how best we can get the ball rolling. So, Pastor Matthew, I just want to recommend, before I have my say, that you do a brochure immediately, let it be circulated by Pastor Prince, so that everybody can get to know, you know, in a good font size, let them read it and get to know the mission, vision, and all these things, if it falls in line with, you know, with our own vision.
Let me just thank you, brother. As like Ellis talked about, like you see, like most of the time you see partnership. Let me get for one life. The essence of you partnering with somebody is to tap into the success. It's not for the person. No, you only doing it. You can pay like a church in America that I'm aware of. Back was or sowing the 10% church, partnering on church and sowing the 10%. After 1 year, they just walk in there and help them with $1 million. They say, oh, you do. Even when somebody is covering you, because the person is not on your function. You do what you do, it's just for advice. If you want some advice, you want to see how best, you understand, and where they take you, if that person go raise that person in a place where he's an international speaker, where order will take 10 months to reach you and to get to there. So these are the things that he will nurture you, he will feed you, he will encourage you, you will build it as a vocabulary and something. But when we come into Liberia, we are not coming to say, look, you let pastor tell me wine, you know that's not what I'm saying. We would be, our ultimate goal is people that, you understand, have no church, maybe you're a pastor, you know, working with a church. We want people to work with us that will come, like we're talking about non-denominational, like independent people. Because we will look for independent people, you understand. We can't do a crusade that will be costing almost like $200,000 to $300,000 worth of equipment on the ground, and we say, oh, no. We do crusade when we pray for the crusade ground, but also you want to spread with your brothers and sisters that are in the country. You say, look, this is our vision. We'll come with the virtue, everything to give to bring to spread it around. It's just something like he says, it's an awareness. You understand? It's an awareness. We don't say, oh, come now. You can go to the website and start reading. You can do this, you can do. But it's just like something we call awareness, creating an awareness for Promise of Life. Yes. Yeah.
I really want to know because Pastor Brad earlier educated me on the process.
Yeah.
My question now same denomination, if you choose to partnership with them, are they going to change the name of your ministry?
No.
How does it work?
Yeah, partnership does not have to do with nothing of changing name. Covering does not have to do with something like changing name. Now, covering partnership, everything enter into covenant. You can be the Grace of God Church, and I am a Promise of Life. You can write a letter, you say, look, I want you to cover me. It takes God for me to accept it. When I accept it, covering, to cover you, that means to say, in other words, you run your full operation. You understand? I can cover you individually, or I can cover the ministry depending on what you want it to be. It's like something we talk about, like you stepping into covenant. So it's just a word, it's a covering. That doesn't mean that your ministry, you run your function, your operation, I'm a part of it. No. It's like when you come, how do you want me to cover you? Oh, I want you to be a father to me. I have to do this, mentor, this. That we're all put into mentorship. So it's like we use the word covering. You understand? So it's quite different from merger. So that's the third word into the partnership covering. When we emerge now, it's a different thing. That means to say you change your name. That's what they call merger. So we emerge. So you understand that? So it's not about the covering, the partnership, but I said there's a provision in what we're about to do. You understand that? Have to partner, they have to do covering.
Illustration about the Council of Churches.
That's the denomination.
They only play their game among themselves.
Yeah.
How many of these locals are they filtering down to?
Definitely.
So, look, we need a campaign of sincere people to move this country forward.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. Like where you come from, there are a lot of apostolic movement.
Yeah.
There are a lot of movement, but they do not rob you of your previous existence.
Yes.
You can be part of them just to move the gospel forward.
Just to move the gospel.
And another thing is, you are talking about establishing within the vicinity of Monrovia. Look, we got our people that dying, they eat on it.
Yeah.
Like where I'm from, Middle Lake. How many of these things will go there?
That's why we want
to.
We want to go to Ganta. We want to take it from Ganta to Countdown. But one good thing is that even in Ganta, you need it's just looking like a country. Any country that wants to kind of have or embassy in Liberia, you have to do it in the capital. So for us, it would be the same thing, but our office must be in the capital. So we can spring forward around, but the office, where we do business is now. Take for example, you want to have easy access when it comes to internet and all those kind of things, paperwork. You have international guests, you can use the office, send information back. You understand? Because it's one of the things about our church. When you go to Promise of Life and read about the vision statement, the 10 pillars, you read about everything. It's one of the best things you will ever read and love. Do you understand? Because we don't believe in religions. Do you understand? Yeah, we are war in spirit church. The Bible is the key. You understand? We have all the material. We have our forefather, this network you see, so Promise of Life from Lost of Summer, Kenneth Hagin, Dr. Lester Dufresne, my grandmother, and my father, Pastor Greg. We have different, you understand? It's the reason it's the same network that they were able to connect with. Being successful. So we are faith-based church. We believe in faith. Faith is the key we emphasize. You understand? We believe in faith. We are war and spirit church. Any church now that will enter into that arena to be war and spirit church, they want to see the hands of God because they operate in faith. They tell us Simon Budowa was a man of faith. You understand? So I preach in Bishop Glade Church today. I strike one point concerning that people having the measure of faith and people having the gift of faith. And we need to pray for the gift of faith. Because the gift of faith casts off doubt. That's what the Bible says. If a man ways if James says it's unstable, or what it says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Why make a man double-minded? You understand? But it's only the stable mind that hear from God. When the mind is there, God will do their will. Nothing God will do there. So you see Abraham, the father of faith, all these people together believe God by faith. And faith doesn't see me the same when I pray. Like some people, you pray in Africa, they want to take 10 years to lay hands on the man. It's not what God said, because they don't operate in faith. It's by believing. So I could just say, you are healed in the name of Jesus. You are healed. Receive your healing. Ask. You understand? And not that much time. It's the faith the person operates. So it's the kind of movement we are on the word is spiritual, believing in God. You understand? In operation. Okay, let me see this guy. This young man. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
I want to understand things I can relate.
Yeah.
Promise of life.
Promise of life, yeah.
Because it has something to do with belief.
Yeah.
Because if you are covering somebody, mean that you share the same belief.
Yeah.
So does that have to do something with belief? And if so, what is or are beliefs?
Definitely. Now, you talk about belief. I cannot cover you when you don't believe in the blood of Jesus. We talk about, I cannot cover you when you don't believe in the baptism of the Holy Ghost. By immersion. These are common things that we need to share. Because the first thing before I cover you, I'm going to know where you stand. You coming from. Where you stand when it comes to faith. You understand? But if I see your belief, the belief system is a wrong belief system. You understand? I can build a relationship with you to help you to have a new mindset. You understand? To bring transformation. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because one good thing, people are now our enemy. There's no fools and things. So I want to bring it up to the level so that you can have understanding, give you some books to read that will help to refresh your mind. So that's the only way we can come, because it's like why you believe what if you believe in the thing, I believe in the thing, you believe in the thing, I believe in the thing, then it's easy for us to come together. But if you believe in something that I don't believe in, you believe in something that I don't believe in, what? Before I walk.
It must be.
Definitely, so how can two work together and say what? They agree. So it's the oneness. I'm giving you a breakthrough to read concerning the promise of life. And when you read concerning the promise of life, then I could take the belief and see why you believe. You call it biology, we call it a vision book. What your biology states. Read about it all the time. Baptism, this. So when all can come together, you understand? And then I think we can say, look, I think we can reason to form part. And the Lord showed me. Now, I'm speaking of Matthew. In the book of Job 41, concerning the light move of God, and the glory of God will be seen in the earth. And the glory, people think the glory is unity. The unity, the more the people come together, the more the glory of God is displays. You understand? That's the power of unity. That's why he said there is nothing they ask for they will not do. But when we have the called division, you understand? Someone worked under the pastor there after 3 weeks, he said, God give me vision, God give me vision. Then you see the proliferation of church. It's good to have the proliferation, but are they all the people that leaving people going the right mind? Or because leadership is the problem we have in the world? You understand? When I saw back, the Lord revealed me to go into Canada. When I went into Canada, concerning the prophecies and things, and I met with Pastor Graham, I went straight on the doctrine. And when I saw the doctrine, the Lord is the man, the marriage with him. We started with what? From covering letter, you understand, on the sanction level, everything is the covenant. And then we came back with what? The merger. What I did. Right now, I'm the pastor of Promise of Life Delaware, the overseer of Delaware. But I take all instruction from me in Canada. Why alone? Simple. Some people that was in the church, God, I went with me, Lord. He said, oh, Pastor, don't we see the ministry? I said, it's not about the move of God. But if you don't understand the move of God, you understand, you'll just stay one place and because you need a father to cover you. You need somebody to cover you, somebody to speak, somebody that you can be accountable to. Yeah. So we went with the flow, and the flow is working for us. It's the same flow now coming to manifest and back ministry all around Africa. Because when I met him, the Lord in America, I said, Lord, Africa, the man more than 10 years just praying, they just been praying. From the time he started the work in 4 or 5 years, talking about 4 wars. You understand? People like Coleman is all part of the fellowship. You know, Coleman. This fellowship is part of it. These are fathers, you understand? And the mission for Africa, the desire is burning for Africa. So everything we do, like how you just somebody said the lady that would not answer when he died. He said the Lord moved. Look, let me tell you something now. Let me give you a part of illustration. Let me see all the pastors here. So pastors, eh? Now, one also, he's not a pastor. You pastor? Okay, definitely, it's not because of something, because I know you're not a pastor, he's sitting inside you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, eh? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, 30 pastors decide to come together. You see, when the Bible talks about the 120 Septra, there was a king. I don't want to preach the message because that message came from God. In God's divine order, it was not God's intention for the earth to be governed by the president, by the king. And when you read Daniel chapter 1, Daniel, the Bible said the 120 Septra was for a minister to help the king. Now, why you see America doesn't government today? So men said it. So it's the leadership problem. Because if all come together here, 30, we say, look, let us form. No matter what, there will be one head. And then, no matter what, there will be an assistant. No matter what, everybody can serve as a district, this district, that district, that district. When we can bring the congregation together on one apple, will you not experience the glory of God when God sees people coming together? You see the move? Then you see the manifestation of the power of God. It becomes a testimony around the world. That the pastor came together in a dead time and they run. You have become a boss in Liberia. But the enemy know the seed of division. So everybody now, okay, that prince here. Yeah, that prince here. So how many pastors having that vision that 10 pastors just come together? You still pastoring your place, though. The other men still pastoring your place, though. But you start having like John service, you start having some things. Now the only thing is that people take away pride to say, you be our head. The Lord wants you to be our head. That's all the play the church for a pastor. That's the play the church for a pastor. So look at this guy and say, look, you be the head. We agree to work with you. And we extend the vision to see the power of God. Now the play the church have a problem in Africa. Now the play the church have a problem. To be the head. I want to be the head. They may want to be, I know more than him. Look at his English. Look at all the things the enemy put it together and split the whole, the body. The body. So with me, with God, it's not about headship. I work for a church of God of prophecy as a mission director. When Pastor Ellen today said, well, I need pastor. The large church I created for them, like why he running so. You understand? I attend over churches. Honor is not in title. It's in service. How well you serve is how God honor you. In a position. The position is killing the body of Christ. Position killing the body. Now, what my father is about to do for me, if to say I want to become a general overseer, I will not see yourself like that. You need that. But just to have a sense and say, look, the Lord told me to invite you. And you see something. When I tell you what is coming from something, on video. All right. So you see what I'm saying? So for you to take over that, to take over something that God built, and then the government say, take it. I just want to serve you. I just want to do it right. I just want to do this. Well, when you see the man speaking, I do this, I do this. That's why Africa about the Westerners. You get what I'm saying? So that's the point we lack. The power struggle in the body of Christ. I preach a message for Bishop. No. What about it? You know what I mean? Reconciliation. Power of reconciliation. The power of reconciliation. The church cannot reconcile itself. The church criticize the minister and the minister. But right in the church, that confusion. Everybody fighting the pastor, everybody fighting the people, everybody. The church. And the same people be criticize government. And the same people coming to the church. Why you criticize Jovia? Because Jovia can't give $10,000 a year emotion. You know, so the people that are working into the institution. And one of the places, the mistake, I call it the 7 acts. People call it the 7 mountain because in Revelation talk about 7 acts. You have to have influential people into government. The Bible says that the only way the people will prosper in righteousness. So it's not bad. But yeah, they just take it on maybe the people that are in the water say that you're running government. You will check with preacher. But you go in Western world, you see senator as a pastor. And when you come to have influence into other areas, your members, your this, your that, because these people are all. You understand? So that's the kind of thing I've been fighting for in America. I'm not a man that wants something to call power, no. I like to be the least man, but then move organization. Because when God reward you, you do the work. It's not the title. I have seen a lot of bishops and apostles in this nation that went nowhere. Wow. They're not even working for God on the state. They want to take the title and get it on the head. It's not about the title. It's not about it. It is about, look, when you read too many things, the Bible gave the prerequisite of you taking bishop title. Into it, when a man designs an office of the bishop, he desires what? Yeah. So show me your hard work before someone ordains you as a bishop. You know how many people have called me to say to another, I did church planting here. I go to America again, I do the same thing. Yeah. It's not about you taking the apostle title. I'm going to tell you for the title. Can you stay and defend the title? That's the thing. It's not about somebody going to go tomorrow or because I can know. They want to make Oyedepo Archbishop up to, I think since I was here, I was almost 10 years and he refused. He said, the level of what God wants me, I'm not completed. So I cannot take the Archbishop title. It's not about the title. Now you call yourself apostle. Then you see another apostle, you ask another apostle to pay away. How would the man do that? The pastor asking the apostle. So you see the kingdom regime. It's not about title.
Non-denominational church.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say something. No one can just enter into the Catholic Church and be accepted. You have to pass through the baptism and whatever. So now the non-denominational church, Promise of Life, will not just grab anyone.
Yeah.
You need to train them. I think that's what the pastor trying to say.
Yeah.
It's not, what our churches down here can do. I think these are some of the things pastors will be asking the reverend. It's not about commercial. It's not about selling oil, salt. These are the things what you deal with. These are the things you have to be asking the pastor. What you saying that now? The way they will carry it, they will be different from what you're saying here. You're not about school you're in, but the people here will not even understand what you're saying. So you better got to break it down to them. The layman will be able to understand.
Let me just do the 2 into 1. Yeah, like why are you saying? The Promise of Life don't believe in selling ore. We don't sell ore. But I want to say, why are you saying it makes a lot of sense, you know?
Because they want to do,
we don't do
everything for you.
We believe in you sow your seed, you do your 10% in your local church, you understand, revival and things, people can give. But we cannot say in Promise of Life come back or 10,000. In Promise of Life, one of the protocols of our ministerial council, people don't sign up with money to see the pastor. People don't buy anything that comes with it. Thank you. You see sowing, you believe in paying your tithe to your local church.
Pay your tithe, your 10%.
Pastor or the 10%.
I want bishop and I want 10%.
And then they schedule you. Because it's the essence of the shepherd. The essence of the shepherd. Yeah, we don't do registration. We don't do nothing like that. Yeah, our ministry don't believe in that. Yeah.